Hi everyone. It's cold. I am freezing. So much so that I feel like I am on the North Atlantic, heading over to a new continent. And with that feeling in mind, the following book is what we will be reviewing. The Ships of Ellis Island by maritime great William H. Miller. This book focuses primarily on the liners that dropped off immigrants during the peak of the early 20th century immigration to the United States between 1905 and 1914. However, the ships in here also go through until 1924, when massive cuts reduced the immigrant trade. This is a slim volume, but it is profusely illustrated with many portraits of ocean liners and color depictions of liners through postcards. It's a potted history, so the ships in here have their careers and their statistics described in brief, and so this book serves as both an introduction to those who are just getting into ocean liners, or perhaps those who may have descendants from Ellis Island and want a book, just something small or something quick and easy to reference so they can understand what the ship was that their ancestors came on. The usual characters, the liners from, the big transatlantic companies are in here: White Star, Cunard, French Line, Holland America, the various German companies. But one of the good things about this book is that it also features a lot of the smaller companies, those that never ran prestigious services but were more immigrant-based. And so their ships were far more basic, both in the services that they offered and also in just the way that they looked. And you can see some photos up here. One of the benefits of this is that for those who are getting interested into ocean liners, or who may know about the big ones, this is a great introduction to understanding that there was more to the North Atlantic, and indeed to ocean liners in general, than just the big grand ones, that there were many more smaller ones who may have not been as luxurious but would have led longer and sometimes more interesting lives. It's beautifully illustrated, the photos are fantastic, the print quality is good, and this will appeal to those who are just getting into liners, or, as I said earlier, are interested in Ellis Island and want to know where their ancestors, or which ship rather their ancestors came on. If you want more in-depth information about ocean liners, there is literally a whole library of other books for that. So if you do fit in that category, this book is fantastic for you. If, however, you were looking for books about the service vessels that operated on Ellis Island, or looking for a more comprehensive fleet history, then you will need to look elsewhere. So, bearing that in mind, this book will have an average score of 3 captain's hats. Again, the utility will depend on where in the library seeking of ocean liners you are at, whether you are new or whether you are deep down into the cargo holds. Irrespective, it's a beautiful book, well illustrated, easy to read, and as always, the photos and the color illustrations are gorgeous to look at. So irrespective, it is a beautiful, pleasant read anyway. So do check out The Ships of Ellis Island.